Okay, I usually don't make posts like this. This is gonna be a diss track, just letting y'all know. I got a bone to pick with all you gentrifying hipsters. This is probably gonna have to deal with just the city of LA and other major cities. I don't know what other major cities go through, but I know LA be going through this a lot. To all you hipsters and all you people who don't usually live in certain neighborhoods and then you start gentrifying it, because this is the second era of gentrification I've experienced. Stop messing up the symbiotic energy of the neighborhood, okay? And usually our neighborhoods, before you people come, if there's nowhere to park, we usually have a certain symbiotic flow of the way we park, okay? Okay? And then you guys move in. And you start calling the parking enforcement, complaining because it doesn't look like Brentwood or Beverly Hills or Westwood in the way that we park. Sometimes we want to park in the red because there's nowhere to park. Sometimes people might park a little crazy because there's nowhere to park, okay? And then you guys come around. And then all of a sudden, the parking enforcement starts getting a lot more strict. It wasn't like that. It wasn't like that before. Wasn't like that. There's been a symbiotic flow for years. And then you guys come around and start crying and calling the parking enforcement. And you guys are like, there's somebody parked in the red, give him another ticket. I don't like the way it looks. Stop doing that. Y'all are like the kids in school who would just tell the teacher for any little thing. Oh, Randolph got an extra Frosty Flake cup. Oh my God, he wasn't supposed to take the extra Frosty Flakes. And then you're like that kid. You're like, what's his name from recess? I can't stand y'all. I've been living in this area for like over a year. Hold on. Losing balance. Been living in this area for over a year. There's nowhere to park because there's so many people. So people sometimes park in the red. People sometimes park a little weird. It's okay, but the whole neighborhood's been cool with it. Nobody trips because everybody. It's an unspoken word. What's understood don't need to be explained. You feel me? And there was no parking enforcement giving people tickets. I just talked to the parking enforcement because I got my third ticket in a week. When I've been parking the same way for a year. And I said, hey bro, can you give me a quick explanation on why you guys are cracking down on the parking enforcement? Because it was under my impression that the city was assisting in the gentrification off of pure desire alone. But then I remember, most of the people who work at the city is brown and black anyways. So I said, hey bro, why are y'all getting more strict? Can you please kindly explain to me? I know, this is we shouldn't park in the red, but there's nowhere else to go. It's damn near Koreatown now, okay? What? Can you explain to me why you're getting more strict? And he said, you know what, family? This is my area, I work. I usually don't trip at all. But the thing is, people call. And when they call, we have to do something. I said, yeah, family, because there's been a whole symbiotic neighborhood energy going on, and everybody usually doesn't trip. And people park certain ways that there may be red on the sidewalk, but we might park there overnight and move by freaking 7 a.m. when they go to work. So I know I know your job, but he's like, it's not me, fam. Trust me. I know, I get it, bro. You see me? I get it. But people call. You hear my radio right now? I'm getting another call. I gotta do something. I said, God damn, it's the gentrifiers. You guys are like watered down colonizers. Y'all the worst type, because y'all the type to smile in your face and then go call and tell the teachers and tell the police and tell the city. Stop going into certain neighborhoods and thinking that we're supposed to conform to you. Read the room. What the fuck? And look, let me do this because I preach accountability. I got a ticket, it's my fault. I shouldn't have parked where there's red on the concrete. Let's have some space. There's no excuses. But with our current neighborhood synergy, everybody's been cool. I live in a Hispanic neighborhood. You got some black people. You got a little bit of other people. But then all of a sudden, I noticed last year, I said, we're getting signs of gentrification. I can tell by the fonts. I'm gonna do a whole YouTube breakdown now. I'm on y'all's ass, you colonizers, and we're all one. I still love you. I'm still somewhere at the divine, but I'm on y'all's ass. Just like people should be on people who snitching to the teacher about Randolph eating the extra Frosty Flake cereal. Quit playing. Read the room. Stop coming to these neighborhoods and then crying because it's not Beverly Hills. You're trying to make it. You're trying to economically push people. Everybody here is working. Okay? Stop calling and getting people told and getting people like, what's wrong with y'all? Y'all are wicked. Wicked at heart. Stop. Damn. The fuck? You know, one time I lived in a neighborhood when it was at about, I moved in when it was at about 20% gentrification, 30% gentrification, and I started watching it. I started watching it grow, right? A year or two later, when it had then grew to about 60% gentrification, I experienced the same thing, the strictness in parking, and I was like, what the hell is going on? But then I noticed when certain people that look like hipsters, that drink at coffee shops, that wear docks with high fucking water jeans and 80s haircuts start moving in the neighborhood, everybody starts crying, right? So let me get to the story. I purchased an RV, so I had a car, an RV. I had a parking spot for my car, and I started to park the RV on the street. Tell me why one day I look out my window and I see some random Chad banging on my RV talking about, you guys can't park here and live on our streets. So I go outside and I'm like, hey bro, do we got a problem? Am I gonna have to put the pause on you? Because why are you touching my RV? He's like, oh, I thought somebody lived there. Why can't you park there? Why can't you park that somewhere else? I don't wanna see it. I said, bro, what? What in the caucasity makes you think I care what you wanna see, bro? Nobody else is complaining. You call in the city, I'm having to fiend off parking enforcement on my RV because you don't want to see it. And hold on. So you thought somebody was living in there? So you're banging on their house? Nobody lives in there, bro. I said, bro, if I catch you touching my shit again, I'm going to bang on your face like you banged on the RV. All right? And it's that energy I'm talking about. That privilege. Y'all, just read the room. Y'all are lame. Okay? Don't take out because you was lame your whole life on us. Stop being a colonizer. Just stop. Stay in your own neighborhoods. God damn.